Привет, and welcome to lesson 34 of my Russian language course. I am your host Dmitry Slomov. In our last lesson we learned how to move things from place to place in Russian. We have learned many different phrases. Today we shall see in which situations can we use these phrases. Imagine Valia is in the kitchen. She is busy with cooking. Valia has a son. His name is Losha. This is a short form of the name Alexei. Actually, the name Alexei has two short forms, Losha and Alyosha. Both may be used for the same guy. So, Alyosha wants to ask, Mom, where are you? Mom, Mama. Where? Где? He says, Mama, где ты? Mama, где ты? Valia replies, I'm here in the kitchen. I'm here, я здесь. In the kitchen, на кухне. Я здесь, на кухне. And she continues, Losha, come here and help me. Or in Russian way she says, Losha, go towards here, help to me. When we want to tell the person to go on foot, we say иди. Иди. Like when we say, let's go, идем. But to one person, go, иди. Towards here, сюда. Иди сюда. Иди сюда. Help, when we are asking one person for help, we say помоги. Помоги. Help me, помоги мне. Помоги мне. Valia says, Леша, иди сюда, помоги мне. Леша, иди сюда, помоги мне. Losha arrives and Valia starts telling him what to do. Valia has just done some shopping and she says, get the sour cream out of the bag and put it to the fridge. Out of, in Russian we say is. Is. Like the ordinary English is. A bag, сумка. Out of the bag is сумки. Is сумки. The a ending changes to i. Is сумки. When we are asking to get a thing out of something else, we say достань. Достань. Get the sour cream out, достань сметану. The a ending has changed to u. We are doing something to the sour cream. Достань сметану. Words that have no a sound at the end do not change if someone gets them out. Get the bread out, достань хлеб. Get the milk out, достань молоко. In the similar way, we could say, get the sour cream to some place. Отнеси сметану. Or bring the bread here. Принеси хлеб. The words with достань change in the same way like with отнеси or принеси. Get the sour cream out of the bag. Достань сметану из сумки. Достань сметану из сумки. Now, Valia still has to say, put it to the fridge. A fridge, in Russian, холодильник. Холодильник. To the fridge, в холодильник. В холодильник. Now, remember, things in Russian are either standing or lying. They are not simply being there like in English. There is a chair or there is a book. In Russian, the chair will almost always stand. Стул стоит. And the book may stand if it is standing on its narrow side. Книга стоит. Or it may lie if it is on its wide side. Книга лежит. Please see the pictures below. Now, things like sour cream, milk, mineral water or so are usually sold in bottles or jars. Bottles, cans or jars have a bottom and they stand on it. So we say сметана стоит, молоко стоит, минералка стоит. However, things like bread or pastry, which is sold in boxes, have no bottom, so they usually lie. Хлеб лежит, печенье лежит. When we are asking someone to put a thing that will be standing, we say like, stand this thing somewhere. We say, поставь. Поставь. And because we are doing something to сметана, we are standing it, the a ending changes to u. Again, only a endings change. So, stand the sour cream to the fridge, поставь сметану в холодильник. Поставь сметану в холодильник. The word сметану may be also replaced with the word her, ее. So Vaля says, достань из сумки сметану и поставь ее в холодильник. Достань из сумки сметану и поставь ее в холодильник. Great. Now we cannot stand things that are lying. We lay them. And when we are asking a person to lay something, we say положи. Положи. Bread is lying, хлеб лежит. Lay the bread, положи хлеб. Vaля says, get the bread out of the bag and put it, actually lay it, on the table. Get the bread out of the bag, достань хлеб из сумки. On the table, when we are talking about the destination, where we are putting something, на стол. На стол. Положи хлеб на стол. Положи хлеб на стол. Хлеб is masculine, so Vaля may say, put him on the table. Положи его на стол. She says, достань хлеб из сумки и положи его на стол. Достань хлеб из сумки и положи его на стол. Very good. Now, there are also potatoes in the bag. Vaля wants to say, and now get the potatoes to the balcony. In many Russian households, potatoes, carrots, onions, or other root vegetables are stored on the balcony. Potatoes in Russian, картошка. Картошка. Like a cart full of potatoes. Картошка. And when something is being done to картошка, it changes to картошку. To the balcony, на балкон. Vaля says, отнеси картошку на балкон. Отнеси картошку на балкон. Vaля actually gives order after order. She is saying, do this, and now do that, and now do another thing. And now, in this case, sounds теперь. Теперь. And now get the potatoes to the balcony. Теперь отнеси картошку на балкон. And now put, lay, the bread on the table. Теперь положи хлеб на стол. And now put, stand, the milk into the fridge. Теперь поставь молоко в холодильник. And now let's go and have a cigarette. Теперь идем покурим. Vaля knows there is also a newspaper in the bag. A newspaper, газета. Like a gazette, газета. She wants Лёша to get the newspaper to the living room. To the living room, в гостиную. Vaля says, теперь отнеси газету в гостиную. Теперь отнеси газету в гостиную. Now, Лёша has done what his mom asked. And he asks, is that all? In Russian we say, всё? Всё? The same like everything, when we are saying everything is fine. Всё хорошо. So when you want to ask, is that all? You say, всё. Or if you want to say, that's all, you also say, всё. Or if you want to tell your friend that you have finished doing something, like done, or completed, or even enough, you also say, всё. Лёша asks, всё? And Vaля replies, no, it's not yet, that's it. Not yet, in Russian we may say it in two ways. You may say, еще нет. Еще нет. Like, всё? Еще нет. And you may also say, еще не something. Like, not yet, done. Еще не всё. See, еще нет is a reply by itself. While when you are saying еще не something, you need to complete what is not yet finished, or what has not yet happened. You may say it about time. For example, 5 o'clock, 5 часов. It's not yet 5 o'clock, еще не 5 часов. So Vaля says, еще не всё. Vaля wants her son to help her with laying the table. She says, get the plates out of the kitchen cabinet and put them on the table. A plate in Russian, тарелка. Тарелка. You may imagine a tarred elk eating its grass from a plate. Tar, elk. Тарелка. When we have many plates, we say тарелки. Тарелки. A kitchen cabinet, шкаф. From or out of the kitchen cabinet, из шкафа. Из шкафа. Vaля says, достань тарелки из шкафа. Plates have bottoms, so they stand. stand them somewhere. Them, when we are doing something to them, in Russian, их. Их. Put, stand them on the table. Поставь их на стол. Поставь их на стол. Валя says, достань тарелки из шкафа и поставь их на стол. Достань тарелки из шкафа и поставь их на стол. And Lёша suddenly says, Mom, I want a cup of juice. I want, я хочу. A cup, чашка. Чашка. And when we want it, or bring it, or do anything with it, it becomes чашку. Juice, сок. Here we are talking about a cup of juice. So the word for juice, sok, gets the a ending and becomes soka. This is the same case as if you were saying that there is no juice. Нет сока. Actually, it sounds like there is no of juice. Нет сока. So, a cup of juice, чашка сока. I want a cup of juice. Я хочу чашку сока. Я хочу чашку сока. And his mom gives him a cup of juice and she says, Here you are, take it, or have it. Here you are, вот. Take it, like have it. Валя is offering something, so she says, бери. Вот, бери. And she says, and I'll have a glass of mineral water. Now remember how we were saying, bring me something. Принеси. While I shall bring, принесу. Or get something to someplace, отнеси. While I shall get something to someplace, отнесу. However, the word беру means I am taking, now, at this very moment. And if you want to say I shall take, we always say возьму. Возьму. I'll have a cup of juice. Я возьму чашку сока. And Валя is talking about a glass of mineral water. A glass, only a drinking glass actually, sounds стакан. Стакан. A glass of mineral water, the word минералка has a at the end. And in this case, the a changes to и. Минералки. Стакан минералки. Стакан минералки. Валя says, а я возьму стакан минералки. А я возьму стакан минералки. Very good. Now Валя continues to give orders to her son. And she says, and now put, lay actually, forks and spoons. When we are given multiple orders, we say, and now, теперь, a fork, вилка. Вилка. Like you usually use a fork to eat veal. Вилка. Forks, вилки. Вилки. Валя says, теперь положи на стол вилки. A spoon, ложка. Ложка. Like you never use a spoon to take some lotion. Ложка. Spoons, ложки. Валя says, теперь положи на стол вилки и ложки. Теперь положи на стол вилки и ложки. Лёша asks, and the knives too? Too, тоже. A knife, нож. Нож. Knives, ножи. Ножи. Лёша says, а ножи тоже? And Валя replies, да, ножи тоже. And Lёша starts getting bored with all that housework. And he doesn't want to do what his mother orders. And he says, enough. Хватит. Хватит. He may also say, ну хватит. But Валя urges him to move, like, come on, come on. In Russian, давай, давай. We say, давай, давай, to urge a person to start doing something, or just to do it faster. Finally, Lёша puts all the things on the table and asks, and now, that's it? Теперь всё? And his mom says, да, теперь всё. Very good. Now let's listen to the whole dialogue. Мама, где ты? Я здесь, на кухне. Лёша, иди сюда, помоги мне. Достань из сумки сметану и поставь ее в холодильник. Достань хлеб и положи его на стол. Картошку отнеси на балкон. Газету отнеси в гостиную. Все? Нет, еще не все. Достань тарелки из шкафа и поставь их на стол. Мама, я хочу чашку сока. Вот, бери. А я возьму стакан минералки. Теперь положи на стол вилки и ложки. И ножи тоже? Да, и ножи тоже. Ну, хватит. Давай, давай. Теперь все? Да, теперь все. Very well done. That's enough for today. See you in the next lesson. And don't forget to do your reading, which may be found in the transcript. Пока. Here are the letters names, words and expressions that appear in the reading section for this lesson. Ж. Пожалуйста. Мне, пожалуйста, минералку. Тоже. Мне, пожалуйста, тоже минералку. Уже. Я уже дома. Женя. Женя уже тоже на работе. Мой муж. Мой муж менеджер. Моя жена. Моя жена в колледже. Положи. Нож. Положи нож на стол. Мягкий знак. Варенье. Есть. Есть варенье. Садись. Садитесь. Садитесь, пожалуйста. Пить. Пойдем пить пиво. Понедельник. Коньки. Кататься на коньках. Париться в бане. Сколько? Сколько стоит колбаса? Сколько время? Достань. Поставь. Тарелка. Достань тарелки и поставь их на стол. Ша. Хорошо. Как дела? Спасибо, все хорошо. Будешь минералку? Шоколад. Машина. У меня есть машина. Большая. Большая спальня. Картошка. Достань, пожалуйста, картошку из сумки.